What's up, everybody? Jordan Stewart here from Vover. Thanks so much for tapping into the Vover Original Show. Just a reminder that if you want to drop your opinions about the episode or respond to the host and guests with your voice, go and download the Vover app wherever you get your apps. Vover, voice over everything. Enjoyed the show.
What's up? What's up? What's up? First of all, what day is it? It's Tuesday. So this is your Tuesday Vover NBA show. Count it. I'm your host, Justine Brown, and this is the show where we count down the relevant storylines happening in the NBA today. And obviously, we'll start first things first with the Bucks Suns. As we all know, the Bucks got the win at home. It's now a 2-1 series. Giannis, who is absolutely blowing everybody's mind. I mean, we watched this guy go down with what we thought was a massive knee injury just a series ago. I mean, just a week ago, in reality, not only come back from that injury, but put up 2 40-point performances against the Suns the last 2 games. And that leads me to this question. Now that Giannis has found his flow again, he's clearly confident with that knee again. He's literally the Greek freak, as we can see, because how in the heck is he doing this? What is the Suns' answer for Giannis Antetokounmpo? Last game, it just seemed like, I think he was Michael Redd from the free throw line. He got home and decided he wasn't going to miss free throws back at home without the countdown. He shot 13 for 17, but the real story is he was 14 for 23 with 13 rebounds, 6 assists, and 41 points. And it just didn't feel like the Suns had an answer. DeAndre Ayton, as we know, has been fantastic through these playoffs. He's been really good. But the story of this entire season against the Suns is that Ayton hasn't been able to stop Giannis. If he gets him off the dribble, he's faster. He can power anybody in the paint. And now they have Saric out with a torn ACL, so they have Frank Kaminsky coming in to back him up. They have Bridges, kind of. Bridges is more matching up with Middleton. And then we saw Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday come alive with 18 and 21 apiece, and that led to a 20-point win for the Bucks at home. Once again, I know I'm supposed to be like maybe an expert or something. I have no idea where this series is going. Are the home teams going to win all their home games? I don't know. But I do know that if the Bucks, quote-unquote, big three can stay on the same page and Giannis decides to average 40 for the whole series, which is what he's averaging now, the Bucks can do this. And I think they changed everybody's mind last game with the way that they played. So we're going to see what Game 4 holds. I think there's one more game at home for Milwaukee. I think that's good for them. I think we could see this go 2-2 to Phoenix. And we'll see what the Suns throw at Giannis. I don't know that they have a lot to throw at him at this point, especially, like I said, with Saric being out with the knee injury. He's been compared a lot these last few games to Shaq. And here's the thing about Shaq that's different than Giannis. Giannis is a guy that's going to Euro step, try to take you off the dribble, and try to power through you. Shaq was a feed me guy. He had moves with his back to the basket. We obviously know he was, a true post player. But the dominance is what we're comparing, and that's exactly what Giannis was last game. So I think it's what the Bucks need, obviously, to win the series. I think seeing this Giannis, who's A, not only hitting free throws, but B, completely controlling the paint, is what the Bucks want to see. In the Nets series, they obviously ended up winning that series, but some of the downfall games were when he decided to settle for jumpers, when he decided to settle with James Harden in the post. And I think we're seeing him stick to his guns once again. I don't know if the injury helped that, meaning like he was more confident in there, which you would think he'd be a little more hesitant. But also I think like he probably watched that Nets series film back and was like, okay, I know what I need to do to help my team win. So curious to see where this one goes in Game 4. Next thing I want to talk about, there's a lot going on outside of the NBA playoffs. And one of those things is USA Basketball is playing exhibition games in Vegas right now. I'm in Vegas right now, about to go to the USA exhibition game. But the real story here is not only are they playing exhibition games, they are 0-2 in exhibition games. They have now lost to Nigeria and Australia, a Mike Brown coached Nigerian team, and Australia, who we all know has a lot of experience playing together, a lot of veterans. But it was this Nigeria win that I think shook everybody a little bit. Obviously, these guys have been together about 4 days. A lot of players who are first-timers, not a ton of European experience. Obviously, they play different rules, and these other teams are taking advantage of those rules a little quicker. So I think a lot of these things will get figured out. I'm not super panicked. I think these guys will find their chemistry, but I think it was a good wake-up call for them. I think they came in against Nigeria, going under screens, playing defense like they're playing in the All-Star game, and gave up, 23s, something insane. And I think that's the wake-up call they probably needed. Oh, well, you would think. Then they lose to Australia. All that to say, I'm not super panicked. I don't think it's like something where we start talking about we don't see a medal stand. But I do think these guys, if they're serious about it, got to hone in, figure out how they're going to play, figure out these rotations quickly, and step up on the defensive end to get ready for this Olympics. Obviously, the expectation is gold. It's always gold. You're talking about some of the best players in the world on the court. But will this inexperience and lack of chemistry together affect them? I don't know. You have players who aren't even there yet. Devin Booker, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton. We'll see these guys join the team whenever the finals are over. How much do they add? Obviously, defensively, I think they add a bit, which is good. But, I don't know how much time they have to find this chemistry before Tokyo. So obviously, there's a little panic across the board from everybody. I'm not super panicked, but I think they've got their work cut out and their focus cut out getting ready in this next month for Tokyo. And then the last thing I kind of want to talk about is obviously we're starting to hear whispers of trades, whispers of what's going to happen in this offseason, the pieces that might be moving. Today it says the 76ers are exploring trades with Ben Simmons. I think we all agree we don't see Ben Simmons as a 76er next year, but I do think Ben Simmons is probably in the gym right now trying to prove every single person wrong because he's been hated on so heavily and blamed so heavily for those losses. But a big thing, too, is guys like Dame Lillard who could be on the move, guys like Bradley Beal could be on the move. A lot of talk of trades with them. The most recent one was Dame to the Warriors, which who knows what the validity is. But at the end of the day, these are recruiting opportunities. These guys are spending ample time together. They're having dinner together. Dame's playing with, Kerr. There's Draymond. There's Beal. A lot of these things and these relationships are built on these USA teams. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that. Maybe nothing. But, this is where I think players put in their bids, especially talking free agency. Obviously, the players don't have a lot of say in the trades, but I think that'll be a storyline, a sub-storyline to watch while we're watching this USA basketball team. So I'm looking forward to that. And then lastly, I know this is the NBA show, but I want to shout out the WNBA All-Star Game happening tomorrow here in Vegas as well. It is the WNBA All-Stars versus Team USA. So the players who made the All-Star team that weren't on Team USA versus the Team USA team and All-Stars. It's a first ever. I think it's going to be really fun. I think it'll be great to see them go head-to-head and see players who maybe didn't get a spot on the USA team kind of show what they're missing. You might see Arike Agumbawale with the chip on her shoulder. Candace Parker hasn't played the USA team since being left off in 2016. So I think it gives this game a little bit of storyline, a little bit of spark, and I'm really looking forward to that. I encourage you to tune in for that. This has been your Vover NBA show. Count it. I'm your host, Justine Brown. As always, you can chime in on the conversation over on the Vover app. Join us there. Give your input. And we will talk to you on Thursday. Vover.